Hello, hello. How is it going, everybody? Let me make sure the music is okay. Hope everyone's doing good. Happy to see everyone again. Happy May. Hope everyone's enjoying all that is going on Ribblr. It has been busy for sure. Talk about what's happening in current events in the crochet community. Kind of. We haven't really gone to, it's more so what's going on in the Ribblr community. We haven't really gone too newscasty, but maybe that will be the natural progression. How's everyone doing? Sup, Vanessa? Good to see you. How's it going today? Let's see here. Let me just get everything set up. Vamp Gut says currently working on new patterns while watching. Oh, nice, nice. What kind of pattern are you working on? Sup, Silly Goose? Huddle Spith, how's it going today? Let me just get the stream going on Ribblr or on the Instagram. And how's the music volume for everybody? Hi, Silly Goose. This is just a chill hangout today. We are going over some stuff going on Ribblr, and then our founder is also coming on here to do a little bit of work on a current pattern for the Bratz challenge. So excited to see that coming to life. Hopefully everyone's crocheting. Oh, no captions. Yeah, I've been having kind of a hard time with the captions. Let's see if I can. If you're on, hold on, sometimes let's see if I can actually download this. A bit quiet. Shouldn't be too quiet on my end. It's looking pretty loud. You're working on a blanket while watching Kitty Bowser. Nice, nice. I'm crocheting. Nice. We'll definitely try to get some captions going. A lot of technical stuff on this end, but did want to get everyone's opinion. Let's see here. Let me know if you can hear me. Do we prefer the gold yellow lighting, or do we want to go purple today for Ribblr? We'll go purple. We'll go purple for Ribblr today. Joelle is crocheting a chicken. Nice, nice. Are you following a pattern or freehanding? Crocheting a duck. Cool. Glad to hear there's so many amazing crochet projects going on. Oh, the captions are somehow turned off on YouTube. What the heck? Let me try to figure this out. Sup, Sydney? How's it going? Country Girl Forever. What's going on today?
I knew that young people like me from the West didn't understand Palestine.
Wait, what is? Okay, we're back. Sorry, I was getting like a ton of ads all of a sudden on Twitch, like trying to open up my trying to get the captions going. So I am so sorry about that. Yeah, you should be able to hear me now. Okay, so while I try to get the audio going, how is everyone doing? Has everyone participated in the Bratz challenge? If you didn't see, we had a really exciting collab start up this month with. Wait, you should be able to hear me now, right? How is everyone doing? Yeah, you can hear me. Hello, everyone on Instagram. We are streaming over on Ribblr right now, so you can click the Ribblr show or Ribblr.com to come check us out. Let me turn on the fan. It is out. And disclaimer, over in my area, they are practicing for this like air show. So if there's ever like a loud sound that sounds like a plane, that is what's going on. Hello, Mosty Found. How's it going? Hope to see you over on Ribblr.com. And I just broke out into a cold sweat, so love to see that. Holy. Vamp Guts has 4 entries in the Bratz challenge. Went way out of my comfort zone, so fingers crossed I have a chance at winning. Yay, cool. That's awesome, Vamp. And for those who are struggling without the captions, I'll make sure that those are on next time. We've switched over to different software, so having a little bit of a getting back into making sure everything is fine. Is there a challenge every month? There is a challenge every month, yes, and we're going to go over those challenges here shortly. Let me see if I can get them back on for OBS though. Yes, and there's always going to be prizes and stuff too, so always worthwhile if you're looking for something to, for me, like I definitely feel that like kind of burnout sometimes and not knowing what to make, so definitely worth giving it a shot. Yeah, I'll figure out the captions. Mosty says, heck yes, the freebie patterns are awesome. I just learned to crochet. Nice. I'm really glad that you're enjoying the pattern mayhem, all the patterns that are coming out. We always love these kind of campaigns where, oh my gosh. Okay, maybe the fan isn't the move. Oh, I'm struggling today. Anything I'm working on at the moment? No, not really. I am going to be working on just like getting my hands in the motion of it, but for the Bratz campaign. But we are having our founder come on today to kind of get me started with some knitting, learning how to cast on today. So excited to do that. What is my favorite thing to crochet? I really like making amigurumi myself. I'm cross-stitching right now, but afterwards I'm going to work on a bumblebee by Stringy Ding Ding. Oh, nice. Are they a designer on Ribblr? Sweet Tooth says, I have a market tomorrow for my crochet projects. Does anyone have any tips? Just make sure you have enough stock and inventory. Make sure when people come up to your booth or your table that you're kind. The first thing you are is an artist. The second thing you are is a salesperson if you're doing a market. So make sure to say hi, talk to people, whether they buy or not. You never know. People do their rounds when at markets. I know myself as a consumer, I will usually look around first and then come back to those shops that, those booths that made an impression on me. So make sure to do that. Don't ever feel bad about them not buying right off the rip. Okay, I'm gonna actually... Maybe I just use my headphones as a headband. Okay, we're going to do that until it stays in place. So you're going to have to look at the Widow's Peak. Let's see here. So we are going to go over everything today. Let's see here. Where do we want to start? Oh, right. We're going to start with our classic giveaway. So if you didn't know, on Ribblr, we do have postcards, and every day you can spin and feed your own ribbit. But through coming to the show, we are doing a giveaway for our May postcard. So if you want a chance to win this postcard, all you have to do is type in a flower emoji in the chat, and you'll have a chance to win this postcard straight to your account come Monday. So all you have to do is put a flower in the chat. You can't hear. If there's any audio issues, let me know. All you have to do is put a flower in the chat and you will be good to go. So give that a whirl, and we'll make sure to go over that come next week. So if you want a chance, and do we have anyone in chat? We're like halfway through May. Was anyone able to spin the wheel to get their postcard? I unfortunately have not been able to yet. Thank you for joining in, Joelle, Huddle, Spith, Handmade by Violet. Oh my gosh, I spun the wheel last week and got 10 free patterns into 5. That's definitely something. Yes, definitely turn the volume up on YouTube as well. And if you're here in the chat and can't hear, refresh. The music disappeared. I'm going to put that here. All right. Thank you everyone for joining on in. So you have a chance to win this. These postcards are super fun. And they're definitely worth getting because in the future, they're going to be even more valuable or they're going to act in a different way than they currently do. Hello, everyone on Instagram. We are streaming on Ribblr.com and the app. So definitely come on by and say hello. So I see a lot of you have put your flower emojis in the chat. Thank you so much for doing that. Let's look now. If you didn't see the announcement, we do have merch now. So check it out. I am wearing my Ribblr merch right here. And I have my hat actually in my living room because I had to go down. But love the cap, love the shirts. The designs are super fun. So if you are looking to get some merch for being a viewer here, you do get this exclusive code, Ribblr Show 15, to get 15% off your order. So definitely give that a whirl if you've been eyeing it yourself. It's definitely really cool. I'm a big fan of the merch. Here is the link. It's kind of a long one, but there's a link for all the merch there. Definitely give that a try. What is your favorite flower? Sunflowers are pretty goated, I would say. Yeah, probably a sunflower, yeah. Unless you want to consider like a Venus flytrap. That's a flower, right? Or is that... I actually don't even know what you consider a Venus flytrap. But if that's considered one, I'm going to say it because I really like Piranha Plant from the Mario series. So there's the merch. Has anyone in chat already ordered their merch? Would love to hear any feedback, or if you have some at home yourself. You've been repping it on the street. Definitely am gonna need some hairspray today. So there's the merch there. So really excited about that. We've seen some folks post about it on socials. I know I like to wear mine all the time. There's also, I'm definitely eyeing the tote bag too. Whenever I go to like Trader Joe's or the grocery store, I do like to bring like a reusable bag. I'm in school right now, so I gotta keep my phone hidden long still. Oh my gosh. Well, definitely don't get in trouble for my sake. I really need the tote. Thank you for the website, Not Bad Crochet. Yes, no worries. Thanks for clicking the link. Hello, Micah 1616. How's it going? Good to see you. Happy to have you here in chat today. Thanks so much for coming on by. Hope you're doing well yourself today. So that's the merch. And then the other deal we have going on right now is for only 24 hours, you can get 20% off Ribblr Plus if that's something that you've been eyeing as well. All you have to do is use the code WOW20 to get 20% off any tier. This is definitely worth it. A lot of good considerations here for Ribblr Plus. So definitely check that out. You know, the very first tier, starter tier, unlimited free patterns, not bad. And then no ads as well. Who designed the merch? We have a back-end designer well, we have like some of the merch is like the logo, and then for like this, they drew it up. So yeah, I actually don't have a name, but we can definitely put that on the Instagram. And the flower emojis is for a chance to win the postcard. So if you want to win this May postcard, you can put in chat flowers, and I'll check back on it come Monday, and then gift someone at random their own postcard. Hello, Chucky. How's it going? Good to see you. Happy to have you here today. But yeah, anyways, so there's Ribblr Plus. If you want to do gold, 20% off. You can get unlimited free pattern, just like the starter pack. And hello, Mezeres. I do not speak Hungarian. I'm so sorry. You get a monthly premium pattern gift. You can pin patterns in your board. You can add external patterns, which is kind of like just like a way to save the patterns that you already own. You can't sell them or anything, but you can have them in your library in an interactive format. And then the platinum, which is the big one, has even more benefits. So if you want to if you want to get your own, let me send you the link here. Here is the page to come check out all of the different tiers for Ribblr Plus. Ton of it. I think the biggest one, if you're a seller, definitely platinum is worth it because you do get lower sale fees, which you can already organically do that when people click into your shareable shop link. So definitely give that a whirl if you are looking for ways to earn more through your pattern sales. So give that a try. Just make sure to use the code WOW20 for a chance to, or for your chance to get 20% off your Ribblr Plus. So let's talk about all the big things going on Ribblr this month. I'm doing well. Thank you so much, Mazaraz. If you want to, you can actually come on by to the Ribblr stream on the Ribblr app or Ribblr.com. You can see all the visuals on screen and also participate in all the events. Hello, Buttons Bazaar. Happy Friday to you. So can you save the patterns you got for free and make them PDFs for yourself? Other way around, but some designers do include attachable PDFs in their digital patterns. So, but that comes down to the designer, not a Ribblr thing. But you can turn your PDFs into an interactive pattern. They can't be, given away or anything, but it's mainly just for your own individual use. So definitely worth giving that a try. Okay, so let's get into the challenges that we've had. So the big one that's been going on that is happening from every day until the 31st is our Pattern Mayhem challenge. So, or not a challenge. Well, I guess this one's not a challenge, but this is just a promotion that we have. So every day when you come on over to Ribblr, you are able to claim a free pattern that we have from amazing designers who have opted in for this promotion. Really great way to fill up your library. Make sure that you don't use all your downloads for the day so you can get it. Can I knit? Not proficiently. So definitely check that out. You can actually come to the community post, which is updated daily. So we've had amazing patterns. So like this was day one. Like this top was the very first pattern you could have claimed for free, which is really awesome. It's $6 now, but you could have gotten it for free. Plenty of others as well. We have amigurumi, we have wearables, home decor here soon. Right now, today, you can actually get this small crochet octopus pattern. Very cute, easy to make. So definitely worth checking that community post out and downloading your own. Cloudly says, Pattern Mayhem is awesome. I'm grateful for the designers that are participating. Me too. Yeah, they're really awesome. Really appreciate what they do for the crafting scene. So yeah, make sure. And then, you know, if you want to show your support, you can also tag them down below in the comment section and thank them for their generosity, which is really cool of them to do. So check that out. The link is in the chat, so you can find that. For everyone watching on Instagram, we are streaming on the Ribblr app and Ribblr.com, so check it out there. And then the big collab and the big challenge that we've been doing is the Bratz challenge, which has been so awesome and so great to see. Almost 400 comments in this community post, so a lot to go through, a lot of submissions. So there's the link for the challenge page there. If you are watching on Instagram, you can come over to Ribblr and check that out and see what that's all about. But long story short is this is our big challenge that we are collaborating with Bratz on, so you can express yourself through any means. You can make, you know, any dolls or wearables or follow patterns that are kind of, you know, what would kind of, you know, fit in the universe of Bratz. So, you know, kind of Y2K fashion, and there's a lot of room for simplicity, or not simplicity. There's a lot of room for creativity when it comes to this. So the voting starts on the 26th. So we do only have 10 more days left of submissions. You can follow a pattern or you can freehand, and we will have a secret prize plus the going out collection and exclusive pattern bundle from the Bratz fashion. So that's the first place winner, and then 2 runners up will win a Bratz doll of their choosing. So if you're really into Bratz and something that you kind of maybe have nostalgia for, or a new fan, this is a really great challenge to jump into. So you can choose any of these yourself. So you can, if you like create a pattern, all you have to do is leave your pattern link in the comments of this post. But if you are freehanding, you can actually come here to this listing that we've created. You can jump on in and then just submit a journal submission, and that is a easy way to keep track and participate. So some free-handed folks who are involved, you can see that the journals are here and they show up. So if you're looking for some inspo, this is the place to do it. Some really great stuff. Like this is an awesome project that's been done too. Really great to see this. Super creative. And then we have like some fashion pieces, so you know, kind of Y2K like esque. Vamp says, I'm so excited to start voting. Yay, I'm so glad to hear that. We're excited to see all the nominees for it. Excited to see who wins. We have some others as well. Yeah, really cool to see so many people eager and excited to join. And then if you scroll down, you can see other folks submitting their patterns as well. Oh, very cool. Yeah, so this is like another, oh, this is cool. Does multiple entries give you more than one chance to win, or is it just for fun? The multiple entries, you know, will give you more of a chance to be considered as like one of the nominees for sure. But, you know, the main point of these challenges is to get folks just excited to craft. Over on Instagram, it's Naman28. Hello, good to see you. We are streaming on Ribblr right now, so on the Ribblr app and the Ribblr browser, so definitely come check us out over there. Would love to see you. But yeah, that is the Bratz campaign challenge. Someone made these lips, which is definitely fun. So yeah, come check it out. And if you're not participating, just scrolling through the comments and seeing what people are submitting and asking is definitely a fun use of our time. So if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. We are going to have our founder come on here in a second. but I am going to actually need just like a 30-second intermission while I get everything set up. So we are going to get into the crafting, but if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments and we can answer those questions. And don't forget, you can enter for a chance to win this postcard with an emoji. So we're going to go back to the thanks for coming screen for just 30 seconds, and then we'll be back for some awesome fun and a little bit of knitting and working on some patterns and projects. So make sure to get your projects ready, and I will be right back. So give me just 30 seconds to a minute, and I will see you very shortly. All right, we are back. Thank you everyone for your patience. Appreciate that. Let's get our founder in here. All right, let's see here. All right, so it's our founder, Lear, if you are here. All right, we are on air, so let me make sure. Okay, my camera is good to go. All right. Awesome, yay, hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
I can, yes I can.
Perfect. Let's see what everyone else is saying on the chat. Make sure, can everyone hear Lear okay in the chat?
Hey everyone, excited to be here.
Cool. Thank you so much for being here, Lear. If for new viewers, if you want to do a quick introduction, I know some people are very familiar with you at this point, but for those who aren't, if you want to give a quick introduction to who you are and why you're important.
Well, everybody's important. I'm not more important than anybody else, but I'm Lear nonetheless. And I am part of the team that created Ribblr. I guess the inspiration for Ribblr, and in charge of the product and the design of the product. And if it's good, yay, it's thanks to me and the team. If not, again, let me know. Because we're definitely open to, as we build Ribblr, we've relied very heavily on feedback from the community, because from when we started, we said that it's an app by crafters for crafters. So we're here to listen. If you want to give us a shout out, I'm in the community, so just type Lear, you can find me, and you can let me know whatever you think. But yeah, I'm also a crochet designer, a knitting designer as of more recently. Still getting there. Knitting is a bit more challenging than crocheting, but yeah, I'm here to have some fun.
Awesome. And like kind of like the big thing on Ribblr right now, and maybe more like surprise and maybe some confusion on how it all happened, but we have teamed up with Bratz. Do you have any insight on kind of like how this happened, or even the why this is happening?
Well, the why is definitely because we're fans in the team. I mean, I remember when Bratz came out, and I had the first one. I had the first gen, and I had all of them and some more and some duplicates, because I've been like a fan like for so long, and we've been really appreciative of their journey, and kind of like we're in awe and kind of like cheering from the sidelines. And then we kind of like thought in our marketing team meetings, like, wouldn't it be nice? And this is like every meeting we have this, like, wouldn't it be really cool if, and then we sort of like put something there, and then we try and make it happen, and some of it does happen and some of it doesn't, but the Bratz definitely happens. Wouldn't it be nice if we collaborate with them and we'll make fashion for like inspired by Bratz, and like, or for your Bratz? So yeah, that ended up happening actually.
Yeah, and it's you know, it's definitely left. I mean, if you aren't having the conversations and you're just a viewer and enjoyer of Ribblr, it definitely seems pretty left field. But we really appreciate and enjoy all the enthusiasm that we are seeing. You know, we have a lot of amigurumi patterns on Ribblr, so we were hoping to see people come out and grow in droves and do fashion pieces, and definitely not let down. So it's awesome to see how many people are, you know, veering away from their normal typical projects to enjoy the challenge itself. And you yourself have even you know, are you yourself are also participating.
I am participating. I mean, I couldn't resist. I know, I mean, my hands are hurting now because of all the knitting that I've been doing. But I just couldn't resist. I had to do it. I had to make something. So I'm making four.
Yeah, that's so awesome that you're, you know, jumping in there. Are those patterns currently that you've worked on like available?
I have three available. I'm still kind of like working on the video for the last one that I've been doing. So basically recreating the original headpieces for the like Gen 1 Bratz. So they each have like a headpiece that they wear. So I just recreated all of them with knitting. Yeah, so I have them in the other room. I completely forgot. They're just there. I can bring them, but I mean, maybe I can just show a picture instead, or
I just threw all four of them on screen, so they're definitely viewable here now. Yeah, all the classic headpieces are super fun, and you've like done these in record time. I feel like, you know, a lot of pattern designers sit on patterns for a month or two, and yeah, your creativity has definitely been going like really haywire with this in the best of ways. Kieran Crochet says slay, and we even had someone say that we're twins with our current merch on. So.
we are twinning today.
And this was not planned. We just kind of knew it would be for the best.
Yeah, and I have some older merch that we didn't release. It was just internal with our old logo.
The old L, the cursive L.
The cursive L.
A throwback for sure. So
yeah.
Nice. So that's kind of the gist of the Bratz campaign. Is there anything that you want to say on kind of like maybe that you're hoping, you know, we still have 10 days for submissions. Do you have any like encouraging words for those who maybe feel like the timeline is too tight for them now, but they still want to be involved, or anything like that?
Make something simple. Like it, as I like one of the things that I made is just a headband, and it's like if you use a chunkier yarn, a headband is really quick to make, and you know, it doesn't have to be a full-on outfit. If you feel
Right.
like you want to create a full-on outfit, please go ahead and do that. I would love to see that. But again, fashion is not about like everything, like the big thing. It can be, but it can be just like the little things that make the statement pieces.
Which I think is really cool about Bratz is like they really lean into like the accessorizing and how much that can like bring a whole outfit together rather than just like
Exactly.
you know, like I go out in like a black shirt and black pants, putting on like jewelry or just something else can really elevate, or you know, go from like a normal outfit to like alternative even, which is really cool. So yeah, I think
Yeah,
Bratz
I
does a good job at that.
completely agree. Yeah, definitely.
Nice. And then these patterns that are on screen can be found in the Ribblr free pattern shop.
No, it can be found on my Crochet with Lear shop, but they are
Oh,
still free.
nice.
So
All
yeah,
right, even
so
better.
except for the bandana, which is not released yet, but the three of them, like the two hats and the headband, are definitely available for free now.
Perfect. So if any of you want to go check that out, especially for those who are either wanting to jump into knitting or are, advocates for knitting, this is a perfect, quad of patterns to get started on. So I've left Lear's shop in the chat, so you can definitely check that out today. And now that we're on the show, while we chat and just talk all things crafts, what are you going to be working on today? Because I do have some knitting.
Well, I wanted to walk you through knitting again, and
yes.
I found out, well, it's not that I found it out, but both of us, we come from crochet background. We are used to holding a hook and not needing needles. And I found that there are some things that are just easier and you can use a crochet hook for when you knit.
Oh, really?
So I just thought about it before we had because we were talking before the show, and we were like, are you ready to knit? Is like dreading casting on. And I just thought about it now that you can actually try to cast on with a crochet hook.
Okay. I feel like I want to learn that tip, but I feel like I can't skip the foundation, the basics. So I have some bigger yarn. I wasn't able to find smaller needles, but I do have yarn that'll complement my current needles.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I have my circulars. I've never finished a project. I have started a project. And you knit on circular needles, yeah?
I even if I don't knit in a circle, I prefer using like the wire because it's softer to carry rather than to hold like the big, like if I need something larger, that's larger than the size of the needle. Yeah. It's just easier to carry. It's more like you can move it rather than to use like a long stick, like a long needle. And it's very kind of like clunky to move it. This feels a bit more, flowy. So yeah, I always use, unless I'm making something really, really small. Like for the headband, I didn't need the wire because I could just make it back and forth on just the one needle, like with two needles, but obviously just keep it on the needle. But yeah, I really like the wires for the circular needles, even if I'm not working in the round.
Do you think there's a reason why, like in TV shows and movies, they never show like this?
They just do this.
It's always just like the two sticks, yeah.
And you can definitely tell when somebody's not knitting and they're like,
oh, really?
Scissor hands.
They've got me fooled.
Some of them do knit. Yeah, but some of them just like, no.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm definitely down to like relearn how to at least cast on. I think I remember how to like knit and knit purl. I think it's like just getting started.
The starting is, again, there's lots of different methods. So, for some people, they would understand that the most difficult method like better than the easy, beginner-friendly, simplest form. So I can teach you a few. I only know like two. But one of them is a bit more difficult, but I prefer it. Like I always try and use that one.
Okay.
But don't get me on like terms because I don't exactly remember the name of it. I think it's called like the 2 strands cast on or something like that, because you cast on using like the 2 tails rather than just like the 1 tail of yarn. But I'm more of a visual knitter. I don't know the names to all the different things that you can do. I just know how to do some things.
Okay, I hear that. When I'm teaching crochet classes and I don't know a term, I'm just like, I don't just do it. I guess
just this thing that you do.
So if anyone in chat has the terminology at the top of their heads, let us know. Not every day you get to talk to a founder of a tech company. So if you have any questions for Lear, comments, concerns, theories, conspiracy theories, even about Ribblr, feel free to throw them in the chat while we get to doing all this. Crafty Bear says it's called a long tail cast on. Okay.
Yes, that's the one. Like I was like 2 strands cast on. Long tail, that's the one. Yes.
2 strands is more of like a stage name.
Like a holding. Yeah.
All
A cool
right.
stage name.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I
Right.
have
I
I
got
have
this
my
yarn.
I have my yarn. It's like it doesn't even feel like yarn. This
I
one's not even plied. It's like,
Do you know what this yarn is? It's
huh?
the thicker version of the yarn we have for the Lion Brand kits. It's the Lion Brand. It's Lazy Days, the thick one, isn't it?
It
It's
is
the
Lazy
same yarn as
Days.
the kits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same one that we have in our kits,
I,
just
I
thicker.
I went to the liquidation sale and I got from like Joanna. I got a ton of. I thought this was such cool yarn. I was like, okay. I mean, it's on sale. I'll get some. I'm not scared. Gray is kind of my color. Well,
Yeah. So what are you
kinda.
making with it?
I just want to do. I just want like the most basic, just long knit scarf. That's it. I just want.
How many balls of that one did you get?
I think I have like 4 or 5.
Oh, so you definitely can make a really. Do you want a chunky scarf, like a
That
long?
that I'm not quite sure. I just want to like get the length, like the width down, and then I don't even. I think I probably will go infinity scarf. I love infinity scarves. I think they're. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll put a button at the end so I can choose on the day if I want to do a normal scarf or infinity.
Yeah, I like infinity scarves. Just like very nostalgic though. But yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well,
Okay.
while we get these our yarns together, Country Girl asks, "This may sound weird, but how do you get to a leader level on Ribblr if you can?" I think that's just if you're participating a lot, right, in the community.
I think specifically the leaders are chosen by us, because they also kind of like do moderation in the community.
Hmm.
So you need to have some sort of like trust level and knowledge. So if you think that you might be a good leader, hit us up on the community and show your interest, and like we can have a look at it and see if that works out. But yeah, leaders are more involved in the community rather than just a regular community user.
Nice. Good answer.
Yep,
Okay.
we love our
Okay.
leaders.
All right. I have my tail. Is there a slip knot involved at this part?
Yes, there is, but do you want to do the long tail cast on or the regular, like simple beginner, like the actual classic cast on?
Whichever one that you have more fun explaining, I can probably get it.
Okay, let's start with the first one. So just do a slip knot, however, whichever way that you prefer to do it.
All right. Slip knot has been made.
Put it on your needle.
They don't ever like label like right and left when it comes to needles.
To be honest, they move. Like you work with this one, and depending if you work in the round or if like when you say right hand and left hand when you start knitting, but for cast on you just like use your hand, at least for now this cast on.
All right.
So it doesn't really matter. You can cast it on with your right hand or with your left hand. I prefer using my left hand to cast on and hold the needle on my right hand because I'm used to with crochet, like to hold it like that.
Oh, okay.
But I think some people do it the other way around.
Yeah.
But I'm holding the yarn with my left hand, and I'm sort of like wrapping it around my thumb like this. Like I'm taking it and I wrap it around my thumb, sort
Here,
of like create another loop.
move your thumb a little to the.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. Oh,
okay.
okay.
So I'm
Got
taking
it.
and wrap it around my thumb, creating a loop. Can you
Got
see?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done.
And now I go with my needle into the loop from below.
Wait, what the? Oh, okay. Okay, go underneath.
And I let it go.
Oh, I did it.
That looks good. And then you just do it again. So wrap it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Just do as
that's
many
easy.
as you like. Yeah.
So this determines the like the
The width of the scarf that you want to make.
Okay. Sup hamsters. I've never been able to be on here when one is live before. Well, good to see you. We are Lear, the co-founder of Ribblr, is re-jogging my memory on how to get started with knitting. Because we are all about Bratz season right now, and I want to dive into more fashion stuff. Oh, this isn't so bad. So when you wrap, I'm like wrapping. I'm wrapping right to left.
I hold it like if you hold it like this, just with like pinching with your finger and your thumb, and my thumb is like facing toward like it's more where I'm like in front of my face. I put it and I wrap it like this. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but it looks good on your needle. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter the movement. Yeah, it looks like a proper cast on. So as long as you get those loops on the needle and they are workable, like you can like knit into them, you've done a good job, because there's so many ways to cast on.
This is so easy. So if I keep casting on, is it okay if it goes onto like my like?
Yeah, definitely. That's like to hold it, but don't go too far. Like don't push them all too like, early, because then like
Okay.
you will cast on, like it will be a bit far from you.
I don't even know how to tell if it's like the width that I want.
I think it's sort of like when you crochet like the beginning chain, and then you always know that sort of like you do like a rough chain, but it's going to end up bigger when you enter, like when you add the stitches into it. So think about it the same way. When you start adding your stitches into it, it's going to be slightly wider than the actual cast on.
Okay, cool. Hamsters, to answer your question, I'm making a scarf myself. What are you working on a project, or are you just helping me get started?
To be honest, this is the actual colorway that I wanted to do Jade's hat before I've bought the other one, because I thought that this looked good, but then I've seen that it doesn't have like yellows and oranges. But it's sort of like the actual colorway is somewhere in between this and the one that I end up making. But I'm not a really like warm colors kind of girl, you know. I like more cool toned. So I thought I'd make the same hat because it turned out really, really cute, but in a different color.
Where do you UK folks buy your yarn?
I buy online.
Okay, so you don't even get to feel it. You just take a risk.
No, I just take risks. But we have some stores that you can go to, but just like online you can find like the most different types and like brands, rather than in some of the shops. And also I live pretty rural, so I don't live really close to any, you know, yarn or like craft store. So if I order it, it gets here faster than if I go to the shop.
I'm sure there's plenty of sheep you could just go shear.
Oh, yeah, I do have like just outside my like, you know, like I overlook the field. Like my daughter to like her daycare is just below where we live. We're on like a little hill, and I can see like she goes to daycare. Her daycare is on a farm. So the farmer, I can see actually his sheep when I look over like across my, you know, from my garden.
That's so funny. Okay, I think this is probably long enough for me.
It's going to be wider. So if you space them out a little, kind of like make them not as tight together, you can see roughly more of like the length that it's actually going to be.
My like needle just came off and now I have this big space. I should probably go unwind all that, right?
Well, I think you probably be able to. Oh, is your needle? It broke off.
It looks like it like is supposed, like I could just.
It was glued on. It looks like it broke off. You need to kind of put some super glue in there. Do you have some super glue?
I might honestly have some from the Yummy Friends kit.
Oh, well, it needs to dry a little bit so we can have a
Oh,
you know,
it's fine.
sip.
I just won't pull it. But now it's hard to get back. Oh, here we go. Honestly, maybe it was for the best. This is fine. That was actually a good tutorial. That was actually really easy to just like cast on. I'll just go like this. This will probably, or I'll just do a few more.
And what kind of texture you want the scarf to be? Like the actual, do you want it like a flat knit, like a stockinette stitch, like classic knit side and pearl side?
Yeah, just like your most basic standard, what you would like. Yeah, what a normal person would think knit looks like. Okay, I think that's probably enough for me. I think it'll be wide enough. So I think I'm ready for the next step.
Okay, yeah, because this is where you decide what you want it to be. Like if you want it
Oh,
like knit across, pearl across, then we can do that. What I like doing recently, I'm not doing it with this hat, but I've done it with like the Sasha hat, which is like ribbing. So
mm-hmm.
if you knit one and pearl one and knit one, or knit two, pearl two, depending on how many stitches you've cast on, then it looks like ribbed. So if you want, I think for a scarf, if you do like a knit side and a pearl side, it will curl in the edges.
Is that good or bad?
And if you do ribbing, it would just look as if it would kind of like curl inwards a little bit, like the
Oh,
edges of
okay.
the scarf. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
when you work like just a knit all way, like all the way across, it tends to curl up in the edges. I think it would look really cool with like knit one, pearl one. But
Okay.
but it's a bit more challenging because you need to do alternate the stitches. So you knit one and then you pearl one,
Oh,
basically.
that's fine, I think. And hello, Karametra. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on by today. Okay, we'll jump into that then. So how do I even? Okay, so how do I even
So
hold
you
this?
have your stitches on the needle, right? This has now become your left hand needle. So after you've cast on,
Okay.
this is on in your left hand. And then you need to grab the other needle. And
Yes.
basically what you do, I'll show you a bit and then I'll unravel for mine, but I'll work with you. You insert your needle, like if you hold it this way, I'll try and get closer. You insert your hook from down, like from below.
Right.
A hook, I'm saying hook, I'm used to crochet. You insert your needle from below into the back. Can you
Right.
see me?
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. And then are you yeah, so you're like me, you're like a continental style. You take the yarn and you from below you wrap it around the
Oh, right. And I bring it
the
underneath it,
needle.
right?
Yeah, and then you sort of like scoop it into
Right.
the loop on your needle,
Mm-hmm.
and then you throw that loop off the needle.
Oh,
And then you
right.
get this kind of like gappy kind of like yarn. This is the most annoying part. Like after cast on, the first round or row that you're making is the most tricky one, and this is where it's like makes or break. Yeah, if you're learning to knit, this row is the devil. It really is so nasty. It's like, oh no, I don't know how to do it. It's so tricky and it doesn't look right, but it actually is right at the end of the. Oh, it's hard to do that like looking this way.
Yeah, that's how I felt. So it's kind of like that, like pain of like working, like crocheting into a chain, right? Where it's just like the most, just like headache inducing, and then it gets smoother from here.
Yes, I would say it's like,
I
what's
think
the
I'm,
annoying part in crochet?
I think I'm actually doing it.
Um, After you finish this one, just turn it over so I can see it. Like, just like show it to me from the other side. It looks about right in my,
Cool.
like where I'm from.
I like some of the
Yes,
all the
it
like
is. You're doing it.
all the like one off like trying knitting, it's all culminating right now. My muscle memory is like actually doing it.
Yeah, that's good.
But I have like the like gaping like strand is I feel like
I
this
know.
it keeps getting further and further.
It's fine. You keep going. Again, as I said, like it's like the first pancake. And also like the first row is always like the first pancake.
Okay.
It's so bad, and then you don't think that it's going to come out right, but at the end it all kind of like works itself out.
No, I think I just missed.
You dropped a stitch.
I don't know. Maybe not. Now when I do it, it's like kind of loose.
You see, I also have it like quite
Oh, okay.
loose here. It should be it's okay. It should be like that. Just do it all across, and when you get to the end, you'll see that it makes sense.
Okay. Because like I should be going into it, so like that line is coming out of the stitch, and I should be going like right where it's coming out, right?
Yeah, right on like into the loop. Basically, feel like you always make the knitting stitches into like the loop. Like in crochet, we do it into the top of the stitch. So with knitting is into the actual loop on the needle.
Yes. Rubri says by the end of the stream he can officially say he's knitted. So heck yeah, milestone in the journey. Yes. Yes, definitely. And I can always still reach out to Lear whenever if I need advice.
I think it's never going to be as bad as what you had with the sewing live.
Bro, I was sweating like I was like under investigation or something. Oh my god. After that stream, I had to like go. I'm pretty sure I broke my sewing machine during that time. Which I did. I like dislocated like the needle. I had to go get it repaired at a shop.
Wow.
How annoying.
Well, the fabric that you chosen was so thick.
I know. That's what the guy said. I went wrong.
Because I think you need you need specific needles for specific fabrics to be able to like not all fabrics are made equal. Some of them are really thin and frail, and some of them are so thick that you need like a proper needle to, pierce them.
Yeah, that definitely went over my head. Okay. I feel like this is like too long for these needles, but
What do you mean too long? Just pull it like spread it out like that on your into the wire without breaking your. Oh, it broke again! No! Oh no!
oh, that is such a bummer.
I told you to put some super glue on it.
Wow. I actually made so much progress. Hold on. Maybe I might have nail glue.
Well, nail glue dries pretty fast, actually. Nail glue is basically super glue. You can use nail glue if you have that. That will work really good.
I have Fabric Fusion. I have Elmer's glue stick.
Not going to work.
I got eye drops. Great. That's actually more of a me thing.
The eye of the needle.
No, that sucks that it came undone. I'm sad. Oh, I actually do have nail glue.
Yay! That would work.
Both of them came on
Okay, be generous and just hold it for like 10 to 20 seconds until it kind of like sets in place. Just put the glue, wait like 5 seconds, insert the needle, and hold it for like another 10 to 20 seconds.
All right, while I do this, I'll respond to comments. Thank you, Nala. I appreciate the support. Hello, Graceful Hook. Good to see you. Glad you could make it to the chat. Okay, maybe
Is it dried?
Yeah.
Maybe
so
like a little snip.
Yeah. Okay. Check. Look how long my basketball shorts are. They're like capris. I was like, oh my gosh, heck yeah. Okay.
Careful that it doesn't kind of like, yeah.
Yo, say it ain't so. Is this thing empty?
It should be very liquid. So if it doesn't come out, it's either empty or dried out or not. You didn't cut like enough.
Okay, that might have been actually.
It shouldn't be that squeezy. Like it's very liquid and runny.
I got some.
Maybe the hole is just too small. Okay, hold it.
Okay, Crafty Bear says, I swear it took me an hour to figure out what a magic ring was. It took me 7 hours to learn how to chain, so I feel you. Part of any craft, the frogging fails. Thank you so much for the support, Rue. Yes, I know it's all part of the process. Just, I'm like one of those people, no matter what, like if I were to buy like a new phone, I promise you it'll have issues. Like the starting process just never smooth for me.
No, don't. Okay, maybe it wasn't enough.
I don't even know if it's like touching the bottom.
Maybe put it around the, not into the hole, but around the actual needle. And wait like 5 seconds before you press it on there. That's what you do with the nails. You let it kind of like, don't touch it because it's very, very sticky.
Oh, it's
now
gushing
don't
out
let go
now.
for like about 20. Oh, okay, gushing out, it's fine. Like wipe it with some like wet wipes or.
Yes. Hello, Graceful Hook. Yes, there's a Pikachu staring at the bottom, and there's a Snorlax back there. Went to Costco, and they had like these big squishmallows for cheap. I definitely don't have hot glue. How annoying. Okay, we'll let that sit.
Try the other one, the other side.
You want to tell the crowd what your plans are for tonight?
To rest. I was actually today at a Wiggles concert. You probably
Oh,
don't
you
know
already
the
did it?
Wiggles because you. I was, yeah.
Oh, right. It's like late for you. Oh, that's right. How was the
It
Wiggles
is.
concert? What the heck?
It was so good. I think I had more fun than my kids.
Really?
I love them. They're amazing, by the way. I mean, I really, really appreciate them. They do some work. They all play all the instruments. That I'm a musician also, so I appreciate it. They all dance, they all sing, they all do everything, and they're really impressive. They're just like, they are great. I'm happy that a lot of people love them because they really deserve it.
Was it like a full house?
It was full house, three shows back to back.
Oh, wow. Dang, that's some stamina.
Yeah, I mean, and they're not young. Like some of them are. Well, they started the Wiggles like in mid 90s. Like I think 96. Maybe they started even before that. Maybe.
Wait, really?
Wow.
They
And
were
they're still
not. They were
wiggling.
not. They were not on my radar as a kid.
No, I think they kept it quite local to Australia back then because they're Australians. So they just grew and grew, and I think with YouTube, that's when they got Like they were
Oh,
probably massive in Australia, like at the time. And then probably with YouTube and like how easy it is to share content with everybody, they
yeah.
just became a sensation.
Okay, I think these are on. Pulling a little bit does not have them coming off. I think we're good.
Yay! We saved it. But oh, you frogged everything.
Yeah, there's no way. But that did seem like a fast process. So
Yeah. Do you remember how to cast on?
yes,
Yes. Do you want to try the other one if we're already like undid everything else?
yeah, I could try.
Okay, so like leave some tail.
Okay.
When you do the slip knot, like leave sort of like maybe I don't remember. There's a calculation of how much you need to leave, but sort of like maybe a meter. Sorry for the system.
Oh, okay, got it.
Maybe a bit more,
Really?
just to be safe.
Dang.
It's better. Like I think you can cut it later if it's too long, but
Okay.
okay. Then you do your slip knot where you kind of like after you left the yarn, so you do the slip knot here.
So I have my normal slip knot. I have my long tail.
Yeah, yeah. So you kind of what you need to do is kind of like go like from back to like you take your finger and your thumb and you put them in between the two yarn strands. Can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
And put your needle on the yeah, exactly. And now you kind of like wrap them around the thumb and the finger, like you kind of like go from the middle out. Yeah. And now what you need to do is you sort of like grab the yarn from each, you grab it from the thumb. Wait, now I need to see how it's done again. Okay, I got it. So you kind of like have the yarn hanging under here and you grab it, like you grab a loop from the thumb, sort of like we've done before. Wait, hey, now I'm getting all confused. Yeah, oh, okay, I know. So you grab it from your thumb, and then you go under the strand on the finger, and that's what you pull onto your needle, and you kind of like tighten it.
Oh, okay.
I think you've done it.
Yeah, I did actually.
So you pull it from. You're a very quick learner with knitting, actually. So you go from the one on the
Huh. Yeah, that was okay. I think I've seen this. I think this is actually the first way I was ever taught.
Really?
Yeah, but I think I actually kind of like the first way you showed me.
I know, but this is what like the trouble that you had with like the loops being a bit wonky. This has less. These loops are a bit more sturdy.
Oh.
Than the loops on the regular cast on.
I think I'm gonna do the other. I think that it was loop like wonky because my needle kept like coming out.
No, it was hard for me. I normally don't do the actual like regular cast on as well. I prefer to do this because it's slightly the stitches like when you knit into them are just more strong. They're more fortified because you're using like two strands here.
Okay. Just for the sake of time, I'm just gonna do because I want to like actually like get good at like the turning thing.
Okay. Like, do whichever one you feel. The next one you can try.
Yeah. I did it. I did a few of those.
I know. As I said, I mean, very impressed here. For me, I needed, like, after I learned this cast on, every time I wanted to do it, I needed to watch the video again because I was like, wait, this, that. Like, it took me quite some time to know, like, to remember how it's done on my own and not get confused.
Okay, so it's all casted on, so then I wrap, go underneath.
Do you want to do the ribbing, or do you want to do like the knit across?
I'm gonna do what I did last time, where I just go underneath.
Knit.
That's knit.
You know what I think will be easier if you do a knit only kind of like a, what's it called, garter stitch. So you knit and then you knit the other row as well. So you just knit with no purls, and then that's the easiest stitch. It's a bit more kind of like bumpy, but it's like less curly.
Okay, so that is always like, that's what I'm doing now. I'm knitting.
Yeah. Just knit all the way to the end of the row, and then when you turn, you just knit again. And then it's going to be like, it's called a garter stitch, where it has like, it looks like a knit and a purl row, because when you flip your work and you knit into a knit stitch, there's a purl on the other side. Knit and purl are the same stitches, but they look like a knit on one side and a purl on the other side. Like the back of a knit stitch is a purl.
Oh, okay. And for anyone wondering, the reason why we're doing this is because I have a fashion bug at the moment because of our Bratz challenge. So if you want to check out the challenge and work on your own fashion or Bratz inspired pieces, you can find those here in that link. Yeah, I don't know. I want to get into knitting. I feel like my hands are just like kind of
tense.
Just like tired from crocheting, I guess. Like, but I think it's because it's been years and years of amigurumi where I'm working with a 4mm hook and I'm like working really tight with single crochets.
I'm just making a gift now because next week we're going to visit some friends, and I'm making a gift, and it's an amigurumi, and I'm like, wow, this really hurts. Like I know that maybe it's because I've been on a knitathon with the Bratz design, so like knitting nonstop. So maybe my hands are a bit tired, but like crochet hook to get into, like make it tight.
Nah, it does hurt. Like it's okay if you like are always. It's kind of like calluses. Like if you keep doing it, it's like okay, but if you take like a week or two off of amigurumi, it's like ow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I haven't done any amigurumis recently.
Did you finish your like really small like earrings that you were doing?
Yes, the jellyfish one.
Yeah.
You know, I sent them over to my cousin, and my aunt, it was before her birthday, and my aunt hid them in her closet. And then when she tried to find it and get it to her, she couldn't find it. So I don't even know if she got it. Like if she ended up getting it, because she was like, my mom lost them. I'm like, no.
That's tragic.
Yeah, it is. And I already sent like her the picture. Like she knows what it looks like. She knows that like the earring. But yeah, I don't know if she ended up finding them or not.
Oh. Okay, I did my first row. It actually looks better than my last time, so
it looks really good. So you just, are you happy with the garter stitch? So like more bumpy?
Yeah, I think so. I think some textures is good.
So just turn around, like hold this again in your left hand and do the same thing. Just knitting across.
Oh, so I just keep going?
Yeah, just repeat for however long you want to.
All right. I know how to knit now. Holy.
You do.
And this just... I feel like my stitches are tight.
Yeah, it's a thing. When you start knitting, your stitches are just like so tight. It's like you tense, like you feel like more stressed. The more you do it, the looser it gets. But try to kind of like be conscious like about it. Like, oh, don't work too tight. Don't work too tight.
Yeah. I tell my crochet
it will
students,
loosen.
I tell my crochet students that, and they're just like, what does that mean? I'm like, you'll get it. You'll understand.
Exactly. you relax at some point. Like your fingers would know what they need to do and they will relax and you'll get good at it.
Well, hopefully I can make
Are
enough
there any
progress.
students?
Oh, go ahead.
Are there any students that sort of like are now so good that they don't come to see you anymore?
Yeah, I don't
Or is it-
usually. I have some What happens if I like drop a stitch?
Wait, no, 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 no. Don't pull. That's what happens. Don't pull. Get a crochet hook.
Saving so. Crochet is so forgiving.
Yeah, knitting is not forgiving when you make a mistake. Wait, oh, okay. So is it the last hook, the first hook? What is it? The first
Yeah.
hook, the last stitch, or the...
Yeah, the last stitch. Well, I mean,
Okay. Is it work? Was it worked into that last one? Is this the one
yeah.
that dropped? Okay. So basically, you need that yarn, that sort of like longer piece that is in the... Yeah. This is the one that needs to go back into the loop. But you need to kind of like drop it off the needle. Get your hook out. Drop it off the needle. Okay, and go. You don't need to single crochet it. You just need to pass like slip stitch it, basically, into the... So no, you're single crocheting. Insert it into the stitch the loop.
Oh, bro, I'm so cooked.
Well, you know, because it's the last one, if you just remove it, it will be like one stitch small, like shorter. Like, so
That's fine.
just like ignore it. Yeah, it's the last one. Just like, okay, work from now on and try not to drop any more stitches because you get a triangle at the end.
We're back.
Nothing happened.
I just want to be
Nobody's
able to
gonna
have.
know.
I just want to have something I can like add to my journal entry. And for everyone who is doing freehand for the Bratz challenge, you can actually add it to a journal in this listing here. Hello, Ella Crochet. How's it going? Hello, Crochet E. How are you? And I love frogs. Nice. Thanks to everyone for coming on in today. Okay, I'm gonna definitely get this. Do you think for a beginner working with like an 8mm needle, is that like pushing it?
I think the thicker the better when it comes to starting like the first project because you can see the stitches quite well.
Oh, okay.
It's the same with crochet. Like when you teach, you don't use like a 3mm to teach like students. You use like something thicker so they can see actually what they're doing and hold it. And
I actually have an easier time teaching people on like a 4 to 4.5 than I do like a 6.5. Like
really, for them,
yeah, for
like to
them.
understand it.
Yeah, like it's just I feel like the bigger hook you go, there's just so much like not looseness, but like it's just like so big for them to like work on that muscle memory of like pulling through their loops.
Yeah, I guess it's true when you kind of like work really one-on-one with somebody, but then if you're like doing like a group or like when it's not very attentive and you're like you need somebody to see what they're doing,
Yeah.
then it's easier for them to see what they're doing with like a 6mm or 8mm. I don't know, something bigger.
I feel like my stitches are so tight that it's like kind of a pain to like push them up.
And it's also, it's not a stretchy yarn. It's like, it's not too stretchy. It is a bit. It's like, it's actually this.
Oh, yeah. It's like deceivably. Oh, I was working into the tail.
Oh, you're working with the tail?
You know what? This is the most progress I've ever had. I'm proud. I'm gonna probably restart again on my own time. But I'm doing it. These ones are looking cohesive. Okay.
Yeah. The thing to remember with knitting is, again, it's unlike crochet and unlike amigurumi, where you want like really strong tension with your, like the yarn that you're holding with your hand. Don't do tension here. Like, you don't want to pull it. You want to really have it quite loose.
Give it
Don't
some
have
slack.
like a lot of resistance. Yeah, give it a lot of slack. So try not to pull too much when you're working it with like this.
So here, is that like a good idea of how like wide it's gonna be?
It looks quite tight. I think it's going to spread out a little bit because now everything is bunched together, and also, again, I think you've been working quite tightly, but it is like, try and give it like an maybe half an inch.
Yeah, I'll definitely work on the slack.
Yeah.
In chat, Hamster says, has anyone else wondered who is behind the actual Ribblr account? Like what, like the socials or like the community? And hello, Seams and Stitches.
It's Ribblr, of course.
Scarf. Yeah, it's Ribblr. Go feed Ribblr. Speaking of which, can I throw this on? Wait, window capture. Sorry, I'll get our faces back in here. For anyone on Ribblr, speaking of Ribbit, you can actually make sure to click Ribbit's up here in the top right corner. If you click him or her or them or whatever, you can actually feed your own little mascots. All you have to do is click them. They'll eat the flies, nutritious, great, lovely. This is why we have mosquitoes as much as we hate them. And if you hit all your days, you can then spin your wheel like I can right here. Click spin, and let's see what the Ribblr gods have in store for me.
Let's see.
I got my postcard. I'm legit about it.
Yay!
Nice. Yay, I got my postcard. Awesome. And then when you do win your postcard, as you see on screen, it'll take you directly to the giveaway page. So I've automatically submitted for my giveaway. And there's it's definitely worth working on your postcards, because when you go here, you can see your collection. And when you click him, you can actually click the image again. It'll flip around and you'll get a little message. And this is definitely relevant because, this is a very early mechanic for us. So definitely make sure to collect your postcards to have an advantage in the future. So yeah, fun stuff.
Yep.
I really like this little page here. Like, I think it's cool.
I also think so. I mean, Ribbit is, we always try to kind of like balance how much we're showing, and we're kind of like sharing Ribbit stuff because it's just too cute, but we also know that there's a lot of other things that we want to share.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if it was just, us, we already developed so much in the Ribbit lore.
Yeah, there was a point where Ribbit was legit just an idea, so it's cool to see Ribbit so far.
I mean, Ribbit started with the community and with Ribblr, but the frog mascot for like Ribbit the frog, Ribbit was just like our automatic kind of like he was the guy that when you go into the community, he still is, to show you how to use things and to teach you about the community. And then we were like, why don't we give him an actual, persona? And
yeah,
instead of him just being a name, hi, I'm Ribbit. And like, okay, who's Ribbit? That's interesting.
Where on Earth is Ribbit? Did you ever play like that? Where on Earth is like Carmen Sandiego game?
I remember it. but I haven't. No, it wasn't something that I played. But I remember like the Carmen Sandiego. I think it was a show. Like in my head, it was a show that I
Oh,
remember watching.
I don't remember the show aspect, but I remember them forcing us to play it in computer class. And we also had this like Oregon Trail game, which was because like Oregon is like one of the last places that was like settled in America. So it was like the journey to the Oregon Trail is like this like big historic thing that you're taught early in school. So yeah, let's go Oregon. Let's go. We actually even have in Oregon, we have Oregon City, and you can go see where Lewis and Clark actually settled, which is pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I've
interesting.
been to Oregon, I think, for a few days because we've done a road trip from like Washington, like Seattle to LA.
That's a road trip.
So yeah, it was a road trip. I think it was beautiful. Like I think we've seen like wow, I'm going to butcher the name because I'm not really sure on Native American, terms, but there were some falls, really, really nice falls.
Oh, Multnomah.
Multnomah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's what we've seen.
Yeah, if you want to chase waterfalls, Oregon and Washington are a great place to do it.
Washington. Yep.
Washington. I don't even know where people get the
How's the
R
weather
from.
like? Well, we have intrusive R everywhere in the UK. Like that's something that I always find funny, and still to this day. And when we just came over to the UK, we were like, oh, we're going to have some pizza Express. It's a pizza brand, pizza chain, Pizza Express. Intrusive R.
Intrusive R. I forget that the UK has pizza, but I guess it is technically like an Italian thing, right?
What do you mean has pizza? I don't think there's a place in the world that doesn't have pizza.
Whenever I think of the UK, I think of just beans on toast.
Well,
and fish and chips.
Toast and fish and chips, but it's not like the only thing that British people eat.
I just had curry
There's
pizza.
also Sunday roast, but yeah.
Sunday roast. I have heard.
Yeah.
The videographer when we were doing Yummy Friends was talking about Sunday roast very highly.
Yeah, I don't like Sunday roast. I personally, I'm not a big fan of British food in general, but I do love scones. So sorry.
She's sorry. It's
sorry.
okay. I don't. It might be too late for UK folks to be here. Honestly, it's no, it's 9, right? It's like 9:30.
No, it's not too late, and it's summertime. It's like there's lights.
Oh right.
So Brits, they do enjoy their summertime, staying up late,
drinking a Guinness.
Guinness is Irish, but I love Guinness, but.
Watching some football. Yeah. I forgot that there's what people were saying. How long does this go for? Usually an hour and a half. We're probably actually coming up hot on the tail end of the show.
Do you want to show me what you have so far?
No, I restarted again. This is good for me. I'm getting the muscle memory down. I'm here, but every time it looks better and better.
It looks tight, like it looks good. It looks even. That's what I'm going to say. It looks like all the stitches are like the same size and the same tension. That's like a struggle that I had, where I would change tension like throughout.
If this is all I have to do for hours, I'm down.
Yeah, it's very repetitive. You don't have to think much. You just like knit. That's it.
Yeah, whenever like it's so funny when like you teach like these crafts and you're just like, that's it. Just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going.
Yeah.
It's relaxing and not relaxing at the same time. Very stressful, but still very relaxing.
Good timing too. I think Love Island comes out this weekend, maybe. So Literally, Love Island is the best crafting show in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just brain rot TV. Honestly, it's pretty fun though to watch humans like interact. It's almost like studying them.
It has like a zoo feeling to it, right?
A zoo
You're
feeling.
observing
Sure.
animals in the zoo, like,
I mean, it's always funny though because they're like dating. They're like, you know, like very animalistic, and you think to yourself like, no, they should be doing this, that, and the other. But I forget once you're like actually dating, it's hard to know those thoughts when you don't have like 100 cameras on you. Okay.
and I doubt I wouldn't rely on authenticity when you have cameras pointing all over you. I mean, any human would be self-aware, and no matter how real you want to keep it, you're being like filmed. So,
Hey, there's money on the line.
yep, and that's that.
Let's see here. Lila says, do you think knitting is harder than crochet? Kind of depends on your brain.
Knitting is harder because, again, all the stitches are live. You're not like crochet, you make a stitch and that's it. You can drop everything. You can, like, it's not going, like, your entire work is not going to unravel unless you pull it. But with knitting is scary because, like, everything is open, it's wide, and it's like live, and it's scary, but it's faster. It has its good points. Like, I find that when I knit, I can finish things like really quite fast, and it's more yarn efficient. So like to knit is sort of like you waste less yarn. Like you can use up a ball of yarn, you can make more of it when you knit rather than crochet. But it is harder. It is harder to do.
It's definitely more aesthetic though. It's like if crocheting is vaping, then knitting is someone smoking a cigarette. It looks cool.
Yeah. Wow, that's
But don't smoke cigarettes. Don't do that. I don't endorse that. I don't even know why I said that actually.
we don't endorse any smoking of any sort, but yeah, it's I would say it's like it's easy to knit when you know how to knit, but when you don't know how to knit is the most tricky thing to do in the world. And crochet you can do as sort of like a beginner, and you can kind of like find yourself doing it. It's easier to do as a beginner, but just stepping into knitting is a bit more intimidating. That's it.
Oh my god, Vanessa's here still.
Vanessa!
Okay, what the heck? So like I feel like the further I get into this, it's like harder to pull my like I don't know.
I think because you're working tight. Again, it's all about the tension.
My hands
It
are
looks
getting like
tight.
my hands are getting like sweaty.
Yeah, you need to go through it, this phase of working tight, and then just like, it will pass. But as you're still in that phase, it's something you have to kind of like train your hands to not be tight,
Yeah. That'd be pretty hardcore if like knitting needles were like sewing needles.
Oh my god, knitting for hamsters.
knitting for
Like knitting with sewing needles.
Yeah. Just stab yourself.
That's so cute.
Ribblr says Ribblr show over Love Island. True.
Well, yeah.
But unfortunately, we don't have like 60 hours of content that you can just binge on like a Friday night.
Well, we have shows like for over. Wait, we have like 30 shows.
Oh,
and each show is about an hour and a half.
Oh yeah.
Who's good at math?
I've gone back and watched like some of the OG ones. Oh my gosh. I don't know how y'all like let me get away with like my old equipment. Oh gosh, it was like my mic was bad, my camera was fuzzy. It was very DIY. Yeah, which I guess it
I
still
mean,
is.
it's good because you can see where you started from and then you see where you are now. I think I really appreciate like seeing the journey that like you can actually see how you improved and got things better, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I hope everyone else is working on their crafts as well.
We should have put some music for the crafting.
It's on.
You
The
see, now
music's
we'll watch this back and be like, damn, we should have put the music on.
no, there's music on right now.
Oh, there isn't. Oh, is there?
Wait, I think
Ah, I can't hear it on our. Okay, because I have the
Oh right,
music,
yeah. You're not in the
stream
show.
muted. Yeah. Mm.
That's too bad. Yeah, I've been hearing the jams this whole time.
Oh, good for you. Maybe I should have put music for myself all along.
Honestly, if you want to like a certain playlist for the Ribblr show, you can always send it to me as long as it's not
I really love what you put. Like I never like had something where, but there was sometimes there were like tracks that were a bit kind of like off, and then you kind of like change them. We're like, oh no, I need something else. And then mostly everything you put on is really, I jam with it.
Cool. Not all right. I think this is gonna be kind of long, but I'm done with my. I've done a cohesive second round. What are these called?
Row.
Yes, row. Cool. Silly Goose is still working on that duck. Nice. I actually just went to a market and I just bought a duck to support local.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yes, very cute duck. I was like, it was actually someone who like recognized me. I was like, well, I can't not support. I'm not just gonna walk away from this booth and like not buy something. So.
Oh.
I was
Such
like,
a
okay.
cute duck.
Yeah. Okay, so I just turn and continue on.
And go at it again.
Yeah, I know it's summery coming up, but this is the time to start working on my winter clothes.
Well, a scarf, again, as depending on how long you want to make it, it can take some time, you know.
Yeah, I imagine.
To do it.
How do you like, for like last comments and thoughts, like how do I like put this down if it's like live? Like how do I like bring it places? Like, how do I?
Oh, I don't have it here, but they're like, well, you can DIY it, but there's like knitting like caps or like something that you kind of like put at the end of your needle. They're like soft and squishy, and you kind of like knitting holders. I don't know the terminology, so somebody in the comments just tell me what these called when you kind of like block the ends of your knitting needles. But you can take like you know, like how do you call that? The tacky kind of like white tack, blue tack.
Oh.
That you kind of like use to hang pictures. Just like make a little ball of that and put it at the end of your needle, and it will kind of like stop the stitches from falling off.
Oh, okay.
Rubber tops, rubbery fiber. You've got it. Yeah, those rubbery kind of. I think I have like a heart-shaped one, so they're quite cute.
Now the other side of my needles came off.
Oh no! What do you mean? The one that you screw?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. That happens all the time. You have to keep an eye on it because with circular needles, it just like spins, and that's the one flaw of circular needles. You have to tighten the needle as you work, because then it just like sometimes it just like comes undone. It happens all the time. There's no avoiding that, I'm afraid.
Bro, there's so many like nuances to knitting. Crochet is so straightforward.
Vincent, I think there's no signal on the show. Like you can see me, but not. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, my camera's doing that. I'm gonna have to, after this, I'm gonna have to turn my camera on and off 100 times again.
Again? Did it work
It
the previous
yeah,
time?
it does work. Like I get like a 2 or 3 good weeks of like camera staying on. Then I have to like keep doing that. It's so, and I do it like when it's off. I don't know how that fixes
You
it.
know what you should try? Maybe reset like the SD card or something, like factory reset, because it sounds like a software thing
Yeah, maybe you're
rather
right.
than like a hardware thing. Because if it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't, you know, it's just like a hard reset.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I think I'm gonna
Struggling.
kinda. I'm like actually stabbing the tips of my fingers a
Yeah,
ton.
I yeah, it
They're starting to feel kind of raw.
I hold the tips. I hold the tips a lot, like to kind of like push the stitches off and on,
Yeah.
like the
Ow.
yeah. It takes some like trial and error with knitting, like to get your rhythm with it. But once you find your rhythm and your style with knitting, it will be easier. But it's just about practice. You just keep going. Again, Love Island and knit, I think would be the best. Like Netflix and chill. Love Island and
Netflix
knit.
and chill. Dang, I haven't heard that in
Remember these days?
forever. Yeah.
Yeah. Nostalgia.
We all knew what that meant too. Netflix and chill.
Yep.
That's so funny.
Are you still watching? Remember that?
Oh yeah, but now it's so interesting that they used to market like, oh, everyone can share a password, but now it's like, how dare you share your password? You need to pay
Yeah.
$20 so you can still
Mm-hmm.
have ads. It's like, wait, what?
Yep.
Which, speaking of ads, I think Ribblr honestly does a pretty good job with like ads being like not intrusive and like applicable to the craft. Like, like I'm on some sites and it's like selling me like baby products and I'm like, bro, I'm here to buy yarn. What the heck?
Maybe it's telling you something that you
No,
don't know.
no, I
No.
trust me, I know. Like, I know myself better than these freaking ads do. I tell you what.
Well, we got an interesting prompt from the chat. Do you want to take that or should I?
I Oh, I mean, you have experience. I have a question. Do you like any animes?
Oh, oh, do we?
Oh, do we? Yeah, because we appreciate art.
Yeah, I have some. I have a free Tanjiro pattern in my shop on Ribblr. I think if you scroll back up, like Demon Slayer, like I said, the earrings and the kimono jacket.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, I like anime. I do.
Dude, Maple Story just had a huge Demon Slayer collab. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
But,
I'm excited for the movie.
yeah.
Is it going to be a movie? Like Infinity Castle is going to be a movie, yeah?
They'll probably
This summer,
do
isn't it?
they'll probably do like the movie and then they'll still have like a season, but it'll like be more fleshed
Yeah.
out. Kind of like what they did with like the train one with the fire.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I gotta.
No,
Oh
you have
my.
to stop and stretch again. It's tight.
I'm proud
Wow.
though. The influencer hand.
This is where I'm at.
Oh, yours is like. Oh, you're like really utilizing the.
It's yeah, I'm the
Ballin'.
this wire is really, really small. But wow, look at yours. It's so cute.
My
Like a rainbow.
fingies hurt.
Yeah, you should rest.
I should rest. I should go bed rest. I'm craving being horizontal. I tell you what.
It's not even like at the afternoon.
It is afternoon. It's almost 2.
Oh,
They say the body, like the human body, like naturally wants to like nap at like 2 or 3 or whatever for some reason.
Oh yeah, you just hit that then.
Yeah, but I don't really take naps unless I absolutely need to. But
Oh, I'm a horrible napper. If I nap, if I even like if I have to, it's like I'm jet lagged afterwards. I'm like I don't know where I am, who I am, what I am, and I feel bad. And no, I just can't nap.
yeah, I'm surprised. The older I get, though, I actually don't have as many nap hangovers as I used to as like growing up, which is like surprising.
Oh,
But yeah, I I don't know though. The other day or last Friday, I think I took like a 3 hour nap, which is like unheard of for me.
I think it borders like actual proper sleep. 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really get like, I mean, yeah, y'all should see me at our early morning meetings. I'm just like, I usually have like a energy drink in hand. I'm like, all right, let's get it. I'm so tired.
Well, I think as Ribblr says in the chat, you do deserve a power nap after like breaking your fingers trying to knit.
It's my thumb. Everything else feels fine. It's my thumbs that are like feel raw and sore. But I remember being sore when I first learned crochet too.
Yeah.
So
And some people just have like their joints like are more prone to kind of like get inflamed and painful. Like I
yeah.
have joint problem as well.
And over in here in Oregon, we've actually had amazing weather up until like yesterday or the day before. So it's rainy and cloudy. They say if it like rains, like you start to ache.
In winter.
Yeah, I feel that. Now that's a whole nother topic of like, wow, I don't know. Maybe we really do come from stardust because that makes no sense.
I'm sure there's some reason and explanation that we just haven't studied, the two of us, because we're not we don't know anything about biology. There's probably some reason that the body, is affected with the changes in the air.
Oh, I hope the meteor I came from was super cute, but yeah.
Oh, we should crochet a cute meteor.
I have a meteor pattern.
You do?
I do. It's in my book, so it's not like open to the public, but I do have. Wait, do I have it at the ready? I don't. I don't know where it's at.
Oh.
It's somewhere amongst all my
Next show.
Yeah, next show I can show it off, but I don't want to be promoting my own stuff on the Ribblr show. Except sometimes you will see my YouTube videos on the Explore page, shamelessly. So check those out. Check those out.
They're good.
Yeah. So, but I think that probably will. I'm done knitting. That's it for me. But just want to make sure everyone is reminded. The Bratz challenge is still going on. You have 10 days to submit. Make sure if you are freehanding to submit in like the new listing that we have. So that way we can see it in your journals. So we will be constantly reminding you via socials. Make sure you're checking that out. You'll probably be getting one more notification via our newsletter as well. And yeah, make sure to join in if you want your own Bratz doll for a chance to win. And there is still an unannounced, revealed soon prize too for the main winner. So definitely check it out. Do you have any comments or anything you want to let the audience know about the Bratz challenge?
Just have fun. If you want, like, if you're a knitter, feel free to use one of my Bratz patterns that I'll do next week. But yeah, I would love to see you make cool things and wear them with pride, because you should own it.
Definitely. And make sure, if you can see on screen, these are Lear's pattern for this like event. Really cool, simple, awesome photography. Lear is definitely a good pattern writer, so you won't really need to worry about not being able to follow. So check those out. Those are also her shop as well. So if you want to give her a follow, now that we have a following tab, follows mean even more than they ever have. So yeah, and thank you so much, Uniquely, for the kind words on the knitting. So I guess that is it. Thank you so much, Lear, for coming on by, especially after going to an entire concert and coming to this big day, long day for you.
Yeah, big day, but fun. I mean, it's a fun way to end it. Like, I love showing myself to everybody and supporting the community.
Yes, thank you for coming on and not, you know, showing the face of the people who are part of like the entire like product of everyone enjoying. So really appreciate all that you do for Ribblr.
Thank you. It was my pleasure to join in. You know how I love our meetings.
Yes, yes. All right, well, I will see you soon.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Vincent.
Bye. All right, and there we have it. It was awesome to have Lear come on. Thanks for just kind of enjoying the conversation. Made some big, honestly, huge strides today. I know this doesn't look like much, but this is a lot. I did something. My fingers are definitely feeling it. Make sure for last chance, if you want to enter for a chance to win the May postcard, make sure to leave a flower emoji in the chat for a chance to win if you aren't able to spin for it. Don't forget, we do have our merch that is live. We are both wearing some merchandise. Ribblr Show 15 for your opportunity to get 15% off your order. Also, this ends in less than 24 hours. A chance to get Ribblr Plus. You get 20% off, which is awesome. These don't happen too frequently, so if you want all the perks of Ribblr Plus, such as having boards, no ads, unlimited, the ability to download unlimited amount of free patterns or paid, as well as for the platinum, being able to turn your PDF patterns into your own self-use interactive e-patterns. So really awesome stuff. Just wanted to make sure to join the Bratz challenge, and also I'm going to leave a link. Make sure you are checking the pattern Mayhem promotion that we have going on for the rest of the month. Every day you can get a quality premium paid pattern for free. Oh gosh, my camera just turned off again. I'm coming back. Okay, I gotta have like a soundboard for like the Jeopardy music. Okay. Anyways, make sure to grab this. I will also leave this in the chat as well. Thank you so much, Ariana. And I think that's all I wanted to say. We appreciate having you all joining on the fun of Ribblr. It's a small team, but we do a lot. There's always a lot going on. We have all these promotions going on. You'll catch us in June with our Pride stuff. And we have a really, really cool update happening in July. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for a really sweet summer update. It'll be fascinating. I'm excited to see kind of how it unfolds. Thank you for everyone, whether you're lurking or chatting. Lovely to have you in the chat. Thank you for being here for any of those technical difficulties as well. Not that many happened today, but a few. Fun 2 hours. Make sure to keep up with us on the Instagram and community page. And I think that's it. And on a personal note, I do have my biggest event of the year for my Pokemon trading card game. So I will be playing the Portland Regional Championships. If you're in Portland, make sure to come say hi. We're aiming for first. We're aiming for that World's Invite and $10,000. So hello, Ami Mommy. Even more updates. As long as there is a team behind Ribblr, Ribblr will never be done updating and providing and showing up for the community as you all deserve. So don't ever worry about that. There's never going to be an end to it. And yeah, appreciate having everyone here. Thank you everyone for being so respectful, fun, kind, and supportive. We'll catch you for the next show. It might be, we might have we might watch out for updates, because it actually might be a day on May 29th, which is a Thursday, due to some scheduling stuff. So yeah, have a good one, everyone. It was good to catch you, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye now.